Good morning, I'm Olivia, and this is my SilverSneakers chair yoga class. Let's begin at the back of the chair. And happy summer, here we are, huh? Woo! Feast or famine. All right, settle on into the back of the chair. It's very warm here in Buffalo today. Close your eyes. And just sit with yourself. And acknowledge what's on your mind. For wherever your thoughts are, that's where your energy will go. And then breathe and let it go. And bring your thoughts back to your breath. So again, that's where your energy will go. A very deep breath. Open your mouth, exhale, let it all out. And then let's come forward towards the edge of the seat. We'll take it a little bit easier today in the interest of the heat. Okay, feet right underneath your knees. And then just roll back towards the back side of the sit bones, and then maybe over to one side, and then to the front, and then the other side, and then come around to the very tip of the sit bones. And from there, let your spine grow as tall as it can grow. Lift hard, broaden collarbones. Put this ever so slight tuck to your chin. Close your eyes, let them just drift closed. And then maybe release the hands downward towards the earth, like the fingers are just sort of dripping water here, which mine just are about. Tuck the elbows in towards the waistline a little bit. And imagine you're standing on your feet in the tallest posture you can possibly stand. The heart is ever so slightly forward of the shoulders without that hyperextension. And then just begin to roll the shoulders in. Keep the eyes closed if you like, with your own breathing rhythm. And if you keep your eyes closed, then you're not paying attention to anybody else's movement but your own. I am going to over my note just to be sure nobody keels over. Sometimes it's nice just to be with your own person. One more time. All right, take the palms up and out. Feel that stretch across the shoulder blades in the back. And then turn them the other way. Let the elbows draw back. Breath in. Press forward. Exhale, draw them back. Feel a great stretch in the chest and the shoulders lower. Inhale. Also try to keep the elbows up, level with the shoulders. That's a whole another can of worms. No wonder people don't understand our English. Whole nother. One more time. And pull back. All right, from here. Ooh. Ooh. And again. I just started to add my feet with that. I don't know, does that help? I don't think so. Both arms up, reach to the ceiling. And exhale, release them back down. Look over that shoulder, open your eyes really wide, and make a mental note how far back you can see. Can you see that loop in your chair? Can you see the back of your chair? All right, then we go the other way. Same thing, without moving the shoulders. Open the eyes really wide. Don't shift. goes. All right, hands on the knees right there. Lift the heart. Keeping the arms straight, I'm just going to tuck the tailbone and pull the navel towards the spine, sit back. So we get a little deeper into the back this time. Inhale, lifting the heart. Exhale, round. Tuck that tailbone underneath. I'm sort of using my feet to kind of push back, too. And again. Exhale. All right, sit up nice and tall. Like you're going to shake my hand. Reach that hand out to me. And then up around, you're going to have to flip it and bring it around to the front. Take a gaze with the hand, reach forward. Hinge at the hip. I'm using my left hand here for a little more balance and support. And you'll work whatever feels good to you. Notice both sit bones are still on the chair as you do that. Although you've rolled forward, it's okay. All right. And then we take the other side. Reach forward. Thumb up. Use that little rotation. And maybe it feels best to just have the shoulder do this, and that's okay. Slowly move with intention. That's what I love about yoga. And again, one more time. All right, press the knuckles back, lift the heart. And right here, we call this airport scanner. Now we're going to make some fists and pull down. Send the fingers up. Fist down. One more time. And make some fists down. Last one. I lied. Last one. And all the way down. Shake that out. Okay. The legs a little bit wider. Let's move on down. And around. Oh. Am I the only one this feels good to? Wow. I just love this. And then switch directions. Like, maybe this might work, all right? If you have some back issues, you're going to want to keep your hands down. Otherwise, stir in the pot. And one more time. All right, press down firmly into the legs. Drop the shoulders down. Connect the ribs to the hips, nice and strong. Lovely. And then I'm going to take this fist and hand. I'm going to push together. And again, drop the shoulders down. Connect the ribs to the hips. Beautiful. And then shake out. And then take the other hand, the fist, and push together. Drop your shoulders down, nice and strong. And shake out. And let's stretch the chest. All right. Feet back in, right leg comes in. Circle in the ankle. All right. Out and in. I'm going to roll back a little bit to get it out there. That's okay. Bring it up as high as you can towards the shoulder. And take this range of motion that works for you. If I'm going too fast, slow down. It's okay. Whew, everything's sticky, huh? All right, we're going to hold it up and out to the side. Flex that foot. And then wiggle the ankle. All right. Fire on the core muscles and see if you can hold it there. Nice. Right back in. Deep breath in. Let's take our first vinyasa. Forward fold. Halfway rise. Exhale. Release. All the way back up. And up comes the other leg. Oh. Wiggle your toes. And here we go. Out. Right back in. Use the hands if you need to. That's okay. Feet, get everything moving. And one more time. All right, all the way out to the side. Flex the foot. Ooh, maybe a little more wiggle. And then here we go. This right foot is smack on the ground right there. It's not going off. You're going to firmly plant the balls of the feet, the toes and everything on the ground. Fire in the core muscles. See if you can release and hold. Drop your shoulders. Deep breath in. Forward fold. Here's that halfway rise, that little baby cobra. Now while you're here, look over the right shoulder. And then the left shoulder, and then release a little bit more and reverse swan dive all the way back up. All right, we go up and we come down. Only 4 times today. So feet underneath you. You may take them here. You could send them up, or you could use here, or you could use the chair. All right, your choice. Only 4 times. Here we go. Reaching up. 1 and 2 let the arms come down to the back. All right, shake out. Go get yourself a couple of drinks of water. And when you get home, you fill this bottle and you drink it again, all right? Okay. And back side of the chair. Coming into standing mountain pose. And you turn that tailbone towards the earth, you soften your knees just a little bit when you do that. But then let's press the toes. I'm going to sort of roll around. So I'm going to press the toes into the ground and then the sides of the feet. Maybe change direction. It's a little bit of balance, believe it or not. Okay. Now back to the center. All parts of your feet on the ground. Lift up on that right heel. So just still in mountain pose. I'm going to fire the supporting leg on. See if you can come to the toes. Little micro bend in that knee and see if you can lift that toe. Hand, fingers, whatever you need right there. On the chair. All right. We go the other way. Same thing. And we have two different sides. Lift the heel. Come to the toe. And just flex the foot. It's like you have to lift the leg. Just flex the foot and those toes will come right off. Supporting leg has a little bend in it. You should feel the foot moving around just like you did when we were rolling around on the feet. That's a good thing. All right, slowly down. Let's take the feet out wide. So when you're home and your bare feet standing in front of your kitchen counter or your bathroom sink, do that. Practice that. Roll up and down. And again. Nice. One more time. And rise up in your toes just a little bit. Just a little bit. Not high. See if you can find balance. And feel those toes grab hold, right? That's a good thing. All right. And then back down. Shake them out. Okay, let's go back to downward facing dog. Step on back. Take the deepest breath you've taken. And as you come into this, hinge at the hip. Turn that tailbone to the back wall. And soften the knees as much as you need to do that. And then let your hips draw away from the ribs. And breathe deep. All right, taking the gaze over the chair. Right foot comes in. I'm going to right up on my left toe first, all right? Holding onto the chair. Just sink that back knee. It's back far enough that this can be a lunge. This may not work. You may want to step it back a little bit further, okay? But try to keep that heel up in the back. And again. We're going to do that in my squat, so we can take some lunges today. All right. Lunge down. Keep that left hand on the chair. Slide that right hand to your back right pocket and draw that right shoulder back. Back to the front. Switch hands. We take this arc over and back. Okay. Drop that back toe down. So knee over the ankle in front, back leg is straight, and right up and down warrior one. Lovely. Yeah. Thumbs to the back wall. Yeah. Oh, let's do this first. Yeah. Okay. Now it's almost like you're going to squeeze in this one of these great big fit balls right here, and then let it release. Lift and squeeze it in. And release. Squeeze in and release. One more time. Squeeze it in. Now hinge at the hip and bring it to me. Reach up through the little finger, but drop your shoulders here. One hand down. You're going to swing this arm to your back pocket or to your neighbor behind you. Doesn't matter to me. Thumb to the ceiling if it's back there. Yep. Lovely. And breathe. All right, look back to the chair, both hands on it. I'm going to pop that back foot up and just pause. Gently, gently, not enough to make the hair and everything else move. Just a little bit. Yeah, okay, and down it goes. And we go back on the other foot. So keep the ball, the foot, or the heel up just a little bit. I'm going to drop that back knee. Just a lunge, nice and easy. Doesn't have to be deep. But try to keep that heel up. Keep that body upright if that's comfortable for you. You may need to hinge a little bit. It's okay. A couple more. All right, so now we're going to go down and just hold this downward motion. All right, stay there. Right hand on the chair. That left hand comes to your pocket. Maybe it reaches behind and you look to that left wall. Always thumb to the ceiling. You're going to feel those legs fire on. Squeeze the inner thighs together. Pull up right through the center here. All right, come on back. I'm still in this bend. Arc over. Lovely. Drop that back heel down. Step it out just a little bit. Come up into high lunge. Nice calf stretch, knee over the ankle. Check all those important things right there. Yeah, this time let's turn the palms out and press out. Circle them around. Press out. Crackling and popping in the shoulder as long as there's no pain. And again, if you need to take a smaller range of motion, it's fine. One more time. But strong palms there. All right, so now once again, we're going to squeeze this ball and drop your shoulders here, all right? Ground through that back heel. I hinge at the hip, so I have a very long line from my fingers to the heel. You don't have to lean around over. Just lengthen through that little finger. Yes! Lovely. Right hand down, left hand reaches back. Hinged at the hip. Look back in the chair, both hands on it, and pop that back foot up. A little pulse. Squeeze that glute, make it work. You want to get those strong, huh? So not a lot of this, just the heel. This little lift. 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. Step out to the side. Create a little space between you and the chair. Turn the toes out. Deep breath in. Sunflowers. Now, that chair is right there if you need it. And today, we move slow, all right? Exhale down and push through the feet to come back up. I need you to bend the knees and to hinge at the hip, all right? Both of those things have to happen here. And if you can't move very far, it's okay. It's all right. But just be sure you're doing both of them. Otherwise, you keel over, all right? One more time. And all the way back up. And let's bring the hands into the heart, sink into goddess pose. Right there at the heart. So we're going to lift the heart to the thumb, all right? Don't take the thumb back to the heart. You can see the difference there. Nicely done. Hand on the chair if you need it. Lift one heel, and then the other. Staying low. Staying low. All right. Just rise back up. Star pose. Beautiful. Drop your shoulders. And lock this foot back in. All right, let's grab 2 drinks of water. I need a little bit more. All right. Yeah, you too are. We drank more in the earlier class. Okay. Downward facing dog. Deep breath. And on that exhale, that's when you hinge and take this to your downward facing dog. Lift that tailbone to the back wall. Breathe deep into the back ribs. You look over the chair, step that right foot in halfway between your left foot and the chair, and off the railroad, off the balance beam and onto the railroad tracks. And come nice and tall. Breath. Heel the hands together. Drop the shoulders. Yeah, fingertips together. Lovely. Pyramid pose with extended namaste. All right, we're going to open. Keep the palms to the front, and you're going to hinge at the hips, so the knuckles are going to lift behind. Little micro bend in that front knee. Now use hand or hands on the chairs if you need it. You should be getting a great stretch in that hamstring. Bring that navel in towards your spine. Squeeze the shoulder blades. push those right toes into the ground and get yourself right back up. Bring that back foot in, upward salute. And we switch to the other side. Use the chair if you need to. Whatever feels right to you here. Get off of the railroad tracks again. Remember, the legs are not locked. They have a little bend. And when you hinge, if you need a little more bend, that's okay too. Shoulders back, lift the heart. Beautiful. Here we go. And we hinge. You're going to turn that tailbone to the back wall as best you can. Look towards the seat of the chair. Let that heart continue to come forward to me. Yes. Palms to the earth. Knuckles to the ceiling. And then push the toes. Get yourself right back up. Yeah, feel them working? Step both feet in. Left or right hand down. Arc over to the right. And let me go the other way. Arc over that way. And we step back. We'll take that vinyasa. Deep breath in. Hinge at the hip. Bend the knees deep. Halfway rise. All right, release into forward fold. You're going to look towards the toes, and then we're going to come into chair pose right here. So hands to the heart, sink that tailbone back. You should be able to still see your toes. Let the heart come forward. Shoulders back and down. And turn that tailbone towards the earth a little bit, but then lift the heart to your thumbs. Nice, nice. Okay, left hand comes down. I'm going to say, if you need the chair for this twist, get to it, all right? And that right hand's going to slide to your back pocket. So you're looking to the right wall. And feel that spine, that it is all lined up from the tailbone to the crown of the head. So you haven't rounded down. You've drawn that right shoulder back. All right, look back to the earth. I'm going to come out of this, give you a little break. We'll take another vinyasa. Forward fold. Halfway rise. Release into forward fold. You're going to look to the toes and then coming to chair pose this way. Thumb to your heart. You can see the toes are always check and be sure. Otherwise, you have to push the hips back more if you can't see your toes. All right, tailbone towards the earth. The heart lifts to your thumbnail. Right hand down. A lot of work on those legs here. Let that hand slide to that back pocket. Draw that left shoulder back. You will fire those core muscles on. You can reach back if you'd like, or keep it right there, but feel that, sense that long line from the crown of the head to the tailbone. All right, look back towards the earth, all the way back up. Looking into the palms, thumbs out, upward salute. Bring them together, squeeze them together, and come all the way back down. All right, let's shake out. Nice. 2 drinks of water. I think I said water. Is anybody here from New Jersey? Okay. Okay. Stretch the feet out wide. You know what? Let's keep the space between you and the chair here a little bit. We're going to keep the toes facing to the front. See if you can get them outside the legs of the chair. If not, that's okay too, but at least the chair a little bit wider is best. And we're going to take this lunge. So I want you to send that tailbone right straight back. Look over that shoulder. Come right back up. We go the other way. Send the tailbone right straight back. Look to the left wall over that shoulder. Come right back up. And again, we go down. Look to that right. Back up, and one more time. And if this is going to be your choice where you want to stay, that's going to be fine. Right? Look to the left. Okay, all the way back. Deep breath in. Skandasana. Hands are going to come into your heart. Now, I'm going to keep them here. You need one hand on the chair, use it. I'm going to take that same bend in my knee. My hips go way back. If you can lift that toe, try it. If not, keep it on the ground. You really load this leg up. You fire those core muscles on. Pull that toe back towards your knee. One more breath. Heart coming forward to me. Drop the toe. Come up nice and tall. Deep breath in. Other side. Remember, the other option is just to stay down there, right? Hand on the chair if you need it. You may simply stay there, put hands on the chair, lift the toe. Beautiful. All right, coming forward. All right. lock your feet in. Shake that. Let's come around to the side of the chair and we'll take some more cat and cow here. We need some of that now. So holding onto the chair. If you have wrist trouble, be careful, but for the most part, your weight should be over the legs anyhow. You're just going to bring that heart forward, start in the tailbone, around the spine. And again, pass through that flat back where you look like a coffee table, and then heart comes forward. And then exhale, start in the tailbone, around the spine. Again. And round. All right, bend the knees, round the spine, come all the way up. Use the chair first, be sure you're not dizzy. All right? Okay, back of the chair. Step the feet out wide once again, and then come into our warrior two posture. So I'm going to turn that right toe to the right and the left toe to the front. And you position the feet wherever is good for you. Sink into that knee and come right back up. And again, swing those arms out and around. You want to pull that toe up if that works for you. If it hurts your heel, don't do it. And around. And then send it out and around. Two more. All right, we're going to leave that right hand there, followed by the left hand, and here we are, opening to the front, warrior two. Head over, heart over, pelvis here, let that little finger stretch back a wee bit more, open the heart a little bit more, get near the chair, knees over the ankle, back leg is straight, right? Reaching up. Put pressure on that right hand as I lower it down, so I'm using my arms, resisting this all the way down, working the shoulders. And push down. Drop your shoulders as you do this. One more time. Bend that front knee. Thank you. All right. All the way out. And then both arms up. This time just drop that right arm and leave that left one up there. Now if I said, oh, it's another inch up there. Ooh, reach a little bit higher. Yeah, and then one more thing. Drop that shoulder. You get that arm up there and then you drop the shoulder. Pull that shoulder out of the way like you're trying to look to the left a little bit. Roll it back. Nicely done. And then swing it down and around. All right, both arms up. And we drop the left arm. So everybody get a little sweaty? Just a little sticky? It's good, it's good. Okay, knee over the ankle right there. And then look towards the arm. Reach it a little bit higher with that nice long arm, but then let that right shoulder drop down into its rightful spot. So you've got a strong arm up there holding that. A lot of energy sent out of it. All right, level this out. Straighten that front leg. Hand on the chair if you need it. I'm going to let my hips go to the left and windmill the arms. Coming into triangle pose. So I'm going to hinge at the hip here. Wherever my fingers land, they land. And the hips are pushing over to the left. Head over, heart over, pelvis. Maybe turn the gaze skyward. You may want that hand there. And the easiest way to get out of this is to bend that knee, land right back in warrior two. Hands to the heart, toes to the front. Take one moment. All right, we go the other side. Like that lessons in chemistry. Children's at the table, your mother needs a moment. If you haven't seen that, it's so good. Okay, here we are again. This time I'm going to reach for my left wrist and push it down. And you may say, oh, that feels weird. Front knee over the ankle, so a little bend in your knee there. Yeah, sorry. And again, drop that shoulders, drop the shoulders. It's kind of easy to do this and sort of muscle through this, but I want you to drop the shoulders and press that down. Okay, both arms up. We drop just the left hand, leave that right one up there. Reach up a little bit higher. Now hold that firm and just let that shoulder come right back where it belongs. Lovely. Get it out of the way, knee over the ankle. All right, drop it down. Oh, that's what we didn't do, which we're going to do right now. Circle them around. And again. Circle them around. One more time. Both arms, keep them up there. And now we drop the right arm. Yeah. Reach a little higher and then pull that shoulder in. It's almost like you're gonna, squeeze it right back in there. Firm up the core muscles, ribs and hips connected. Strong arm up there. And breathe. Level this out. We're going to straighten that front leg. Slide to the left, push the hips to the right, and then windmill the arm. Now this leg has a little bit of a bend to it here. And we come into triangle pose. So wherever those fingers land, that's where you are. Maybe turn the gaze, maybe hold on. All right, coming out of this, you're going to bend that knee. Reach. Star pose. So the toes are out. Drop your shoulders. And then bring your hands back to your heart. Drop your chin to your chest. Children's at the table, your mother needs a moment. All right, we go back to downward facing dog. Step on back. The deepest breath you've taken. And as you exhale, lower the heart. Tip the pelvis. Let's bring hands back to the thigh muscles. And then reverse swan dive all the way back up. Okay, and down. Whew. Shake out side to side. We're going to take 2 drinks of water and sit back down. That's enough for today, huh? Whew. Did a little bit balance in the beginning, and I think that was enough. Okay, edge of the seat still. And slide that right foot out. Hold on to the back of the chair. And I just want you to lift the heart. So imagine your breastbone right here had an eyeball on it, and you wanted it to look at the ceiling. Strange look. And just lifting. And then release. Just cross that hand over. Look towards the left. So I'm crossing over that leg that's bent. Over the left leg. Look behind. Come on back to the front. Lift that leg up and over. As possible for you. Press that low back forward. You can support it or open it up here. See if you can get that spine nice and tall. And then try to let the leg relax. Cross this over. Please feel free to just put it on the ground if that's better for you. I have the right leg on top, so I'm going to take the right hand next, and then the left. The knuckles together, the elbows together, and see if you can lift them up from the chest. I'm going to keep this foot flexed. A lot of energy right there too. Okay. So as you rotate the wrist around, you'll see where it gets real thin, right? So it's like about as wide as a finger right there. And just look right there. Squeezing the knuckles, squeezing the elbows in, and feel that stretch across your back. One more piece. Take a deep breath in. See if you can lift the heart. And then exhale, hinge at the hip. Turn the elbows, touch your knees. Bow your chin towards the earth. And then lifting back up. You're going to open everything up nice and wide. Unfurl everything. Hands on the chair. The left leg goes out. And again, you have this eyeball right here on the heart. Shoulder blades back, elbows point to the back of the chair, and just lift the heart without letting your head fall back. You want to keep the head in alignment. That's why I say you're just going to lift the heart. Okay, get that spine straight again. Cross that left hand over, and the right hand is behind you. For me, I like to grab hold of the seat of the chair. Just a wee bit deeper if you'd like. With every inhale, you find length. And with the exhale, you stay there, or maybe increase the twist. breathe, you notice how challenging that breath is. All right, slowly come back to the front. We're not spring-loaded, right? We're gonna lift that leg up. Again, down on the ground is just fine too. Wherever you feel like you can bring it, and then relax. After you get yourself in that position, press that low back forward. And then see if you can, using your breath, relax. So you're sitting very tall. Okay. Cross this leg over. Again, on the ground is just fine. Put the left hand next, and then the right. Knuckles together, elbows together, and lift them if you can. So you're looking just beyond the wrist right there. Give them a little turn until they get to be about the width of a finger. Squeezing the elbows, squeezing the knuckles, really feeling that stretch across your back. All right, just one more piece. Lift the heart, let the elbows lift as you look skyward. Hinge at the hip. Elbows come to the knees if you can. Bow your head towards the earth. And then you lift right back up and furl the arms. Take both leg out. Heel on the heels on the ground. Elbows point to the back and lift the heart. I'm going to let my elbows travel back to the back. You may or may not want to do that. And just lift the heart. Reverse one. Come on back up. You slide down the legs. Ooh, breathe into those back ribs. Feel them lift to the ceiling. And roll back up. All right, one sit bone at a time. Walk back. And you use those obliques to do that. Yes. And then snuggle that tailbone and the pelvis back into the chair. And solidarity with those of you that can't reach your feet to the earth, we're going to lift them up. Settle on back into the back of the chair and lift. We call this L-sit. Drop your shoulders. Connect the ribs to the hips. Yeah, you can bend the elbows, that's fine. Press through the heels, toes are going to the ceiling. Lovely. Stay here and breathe. Let that nice steady breath back. All right, and slowly melt everything into the chair. Feet down, arms down. Let your eyes just drift close. And notice how you just sink into that chair now. Those biting teeth have unclenched. Just sit with yourself. What's on your mind? Label it and let go of it. Bring your thoughts and bring your energy back to the smooth breath. Plenty deep. And then beginning to wiggle the fingers and toes again. The wrists, the ankles. And bring the hands together at your heart. Drop your chin to your chest. Remembering the heart at peace shall give the life to the whole body. Namaste. All right. Feel all right, everyone? Now go home and drink water, all right? All day long. Because if you're inside, you're drying out because of the air conditioning. If you're outside, you're drying out because it's hot.